Stevie, 4 Lakes Farm, here in Farming Simulator 19. Now, I've literally just this second downloaded it, dropped it into my test folder, so I've not seen anything on the map itself. I've not really been following Stevie's page that closely the last couple of weeks. So I know he's been tweeting out various pictures and photos and posting various images as he's been building the map. But I tend not to look at those now because I'd rather wait to download the map and check it out in game and be, you know, surprised and amazed. So let's jump right in. Started up in new farmer mode, obviously, so we can see everything we own to start with. Let's just turn the old time scale off. Right, first things first, let's have a look at the map. Right, we have got quite a few fields by the looks of it. 20 fields, all of various sizes, scattered all over the place. Start with obviously the main farm in new farmer mode, and you start with 4 fields, 16, 17, 9 and 18, which upon first look we've got some new fruit types: grass US, wild grass, alfalfa, sorghum. So we've got a couple of fields that need lime spreading. Don't have any that need ploughing, thankfully, which is a bit unusual. I like that. I do like that. So we start out with some canola planted, some sunflowers planted, some wheat planted, and some soybeans. That's nice. One thing I noticed straight away about the map, and again, I'm sorry if everybody already knows this because they've actually been following Stevie's build quite closely. This is using the same starting farm layout as Freedom Farms map that he released a while ago. So he looks like he's taken the Freedom Farm map, he's kept the starting farm here. It looks like he's kept the same layout down the bottom as well. He's used the same layout, road layout, with all the selling points, but then instead of just giving you basically 4 big blank fields around the outside in the middle here, he's actually gone and created some fields for the players that didn't want to create their own. And again, as we start to run around, we'll see all the different equipment and things. Got our workshop trigger right here. Stevie's big supply silo, which I've currently been using in my Eureka Farms Let's Play, which is also available here on YouTube if you want to go check that out. Give it a watch, give the videos a like, and then obviously give the channel a subscription as well. That would be fantastic. Where you can buy all your supplies, your seeds, your fertilizers, your lime, and everything like that can be bought from these supply points. Wonder if he's made the triggers bigger, the fill triggers bigger. That was my one and only little tiny little niggle with that building when I placed it on my Let's Play series. Trying to fill a seeder, trying to find the exact pixel to hit the fill button was a bit of an issue. We've got the diesel point here. Yeah, and lots of sheds, all with lovely, obviously, opening doors, hiding all your equipment. No doubt Stevie gives us some very nice equipment to start with, as he normally does. Normally gives us a full complement of everything. Greenhouse is back here, which is obviously very nice. Chuck your manure in here. Put your water in there. Fruits will appear in here, and you will earn money per hour per day, which is obviously a nice way of generating a little bit of income. You've got your chicken pen over here, animal pen extension ready as well, which is always nice. Chickens will produce manure on this map, as they have done on most of Stevie's recent maps now, all his animals produce manure. Require that. Over here, we've got the... looks like the pig pen. Yeah, pig pen over here. Again, nice big placeable. Yeah, filling up pigs in that corner. Down here. Food inputs and everything here. And then, much like with Snetterton's farms and obviously Freedom Farms, you've got your slurry pit and your manure pit actually in the pen. You have to come in to empty the rubbish. Pick up all the exports from the pigs. Then you got your cow pen over here, and again the cow pen will be exactly the same. It will have the manure pit in the back and the slurry trigger in the back. One thing I haven't done yet, and I will admit this, and I'm sorry if people are waiting for this information, I've not tested this map with or any of Stevie's maps with the manure system mod. So I don't know if the animal pens, like slurry tanks and that, support the manure system mod. I don't know. It's not a mod I've used on any of my Let's Plays series. We are using it on the multiplayer server currently on Hoff Bergman because it's required, but I've never ever used it in single player. It's something I might consider looking at adding in a future Let's Play. So yeah, big starting farm. Obviously, we've probably got the great big massive silo that Stevie gives us. Here's your straw and farm barn sales, as Stevie would call it, where you sell all your hay bales, your straw bales, your grass bales, your silage bales, anything like that, your compost. Another little, you got your manure and slurry storage here. For obviously keeping all your animal manure and slurry. Back here, you've got your big silo complex, which obviously, again, another custom model made by Stevie. Love the sounds it makes. Again, you've got your big 4-bin grain silo, which I believe has a 16 million litre capacity for all the different stuff, and it will store pretty much everything. Everything on the map. All the different fruit types, all the new stuff, all go in there. This map is global company supported, obviously, because things like Stevie's potato wash, washed potatoes, steamed potatoes, homogenized milk, things like that are obviously going to need the global company mod and the global company placeables to produce. I haven't actually installed any of those mods when I loaded up this map, so I apologize for that. I've not got any of the global company stuff installed. I literally just have the map and the few key mods. We've got the sheep pen over here. It's obviously very nice. Another shed with doors. Coming in here, feed your sheep. Yeah, and again. Is it? Or is this the horse pen, actually? Let me look on the map. The icons are a little bit small on the mini-map. This is the horse pen. Right. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. But again, your horses produce manure. So if you didn't want to do the whole having horses just for selling them, you could do like I did in my Fenton Forest Let's Play series, where I had horses, but I never sold the horses. I literally had them as pets to ride and stuff, but obviously we made money from the manure, which was very nice. And back in that series, and then it kind of went away for a bit for some reason. I don't know whether I think Stevie had some issues getting it to work then in future maps after Giants did a game update, but nice to know it's back now. And then we've got obviously the sheep pen over here, where once again Stevie puts in his sales trigger. Interestingly, a little bit inside the building there. He's moved the triggers. Normally that trigger, obviously that box is like out here, which would then put the place where the pallet spawns a little bit further out. Huh. I wonder if Stevie knows that. I'll take a screenshot of that. I can post it on his Facebook and see what he thinks about that. See whether that's something that he might update and correct. I must admit, this map's dropped completely out of the blue today. He's not asked anyone to do any testing, as far as I'm aware. He certainly didn't message me and ask me to do any beta testing for him or anything. Which is perfectly fine if you didn't want to do it. That's okay, I'm not going to complain. Manure pit obviously over here. There we go. That's pretty much your farm setup. Let's have a look at the starting fleet of vehicles then. You've got your Case Quad Track 620, your 380 CVX, you've got two of those. Lizard Roadrunner truck, Case 9240, which is a modded one. That is Stevie's own that he's included. Same with the Rubicon 9000. That's Stevie's own personal edit and tweaked version. You got your Krone, Big M450 mower, you got your 2014 pickup, you got your Pace Setter Freedom Farm high capacity by Stevie trailer, which is again his own personal modded one, which was made for Freedom Farm, hence the massive capacities of 240,000 litres. You got your Hallmaster, which is the standard in-game Hallmaster. Your Terraflex Draper 45-foot header for the combine. Quasar HS16 Capello header for, again, the combine. Your Swifter Freedom Plough by Stevie. So Stevie's obviously taken the Bednar Swifter and he's modified it in the past to do subsoiling, cultivating and ploughing. This is the plough version, so you've got an 18.2 metre plough that you can use for ploughing your fields and creating new ones or altering the shape of existing ones if you wish. You've then got the Swifter Freedom Farm subsoiler, so you've got a subsoiler option as well if you don't want to do the ploughing. I sometimes feel subsoiler and plough is a little bit of an overlap there. If you've got a plough, you don't need a subsoiler. You would then be more beneficial by having a cultivator, something that you can just use on fields after harvesting that don't require ploughing. You've got your Great Plains Freedom Farm YP24258 seeder stroke planter, which obviously, because it's Stevie's and it's modded, will plant every single crop available on the map. So you don't need a separate seeder stroke planter. This will plant everything, including potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, poplar. So again, you don't need to mess with any of those other types of seeders or equipment. You've got your Rapid windrower for your loading wagon. You've got your Stevie tanker, which again will transport all your liquids and fluids and stuff on the map, as well as lime, seed and fertilizer. You can use it to transport bulk, seed, fertilizer and lime, but mostly for transporting all the liquids that are available in the map and a few other ones that can be added via mods. Get some nice weights for your tractors. Then you've got your pig pen, Freedom Farm pig pen, your cow pen, sheep pen, your horses, your chickens. You got your 4-bin silo, your twin bunker silo, closed back high-sided sheds. So Stevie's done his own, obviously, sheds, retexturing and everything. Freedom Farm mill. You got your supermarkets, your petrol station, animal supplies. All these were placeables because obviously in Freedom Farm, which obviously this map is definitely built upon, if you started in Farm Manager or start from scratch, none of these buildings existed on the map. You had to place them yourself. So I'm wondering if here in this map, if you started in start from scratch mode or farm manager, you would get none of these on the map. Might be something to test in a few minutes time at the end, towards the end of the video. Just load it up and start from scratch and see what buildings we do get. Got your diesel selling station, which obviously goes down at the petrol station. Got your greenhouses, farm diesel, wood chip sales, farm wool sales. So that farm wool sales you can actually sell that sell point by the sheep. You could actually remove that completely and just have the loading area. You could then probably place the sell point in front of the loading area, which would be nice. So yeah, lots of stuff that comes built into the map. Just having a look in the pallets. Don't think Stevie adds any custom stuff in here, but certainly in here we will get custom stuff. So we get his animal pens. Freedom Farms by Stevie. Sheep pen, 1,200 sheep. Cow pen, 1,200 cows. Horses, 16. Pigs, 1,200. Chickens, 1,200. So nice big capacities on his animal pens. Then you've got obviously miscellaneous. So into miscellaneous, we've got your BGA by Stevie. Love Stevie's BGA because it's got a proper tip trigger. Stevie's BGAs are my favourite BGAs in the entire farm sim game, because he actually has a proper unloading point. You don't need to muck about with buckets or shovels or bale spikes or pallet forks or conveyor belts. You just drive your truck in, you tip, and you drive away. Fantastic. You got your farm barn sales by Stevie. Got your old barns, your long silo supplies. So that, again, you can buy pretty much everything from there. Manure and slurry sales, so you can sell manure and slurry. Again, I think that's down at the bottom of the map somewhere. Farm wool sales, so you can buy your farm wool selling point. Place that wherever you want on the farm to sell your wool. Diesel station by Stevie. Herbicide tank, so for getting herbicide. That's for buying diesel. Obviously, the other machine at the farm is for storing it. You got your manure station where you can buy manure, slurry, and digestate. Again, all the placeables that are on the map can be purchased and placed wherever the player wants to purchase and place them, including all the selling points. And water, apparently. Silos. Obviously, we're going to have the silos in here. Got your farm silo by Stevie, 4-bin. Silo with the unloading point in the middle. The 2-bin silo. You got your small grain silo. A very small, compact little silo. You've then got your big 4-bin silo from this map. And then you've got your bunker silos. Large bunker silos, twin bunker silos. Again, just seems to do grass and silage. I've said this a couple of times now when looking at Stevie's maps, because his maps offer you the chance to produce compost and use compost as a fertilizing resource. I would like to have seen him maybe add some bunkers that you could buy and place that allow you to produce compost by putting material in, compacting it, covering it, letting it ferment. Again, on a couple of his maps in the past, I've edited some of these bunkers myself to do that, because I generally don't tend to do a lot of silage in bunkers. I tend to use fermenting silos for bunkers, but I do like the idea of making compost. And you don't necessarily want to buy the great big global company compost making machine, which is terribly expensive. Sometimes when you're just starting out on a farm and you've got lots of excess things like straw and that, you kind of just want to be able to make a little bit of compost. And it would be nice to see some compost bunkers coming in the future by Stevie. It'd be nice, Stevie, just a little bit of a request by me, someone who has played all your maps, used all your mods. Can we have some compost bunkers for making compost? Again, you got your church, your Freedom Farmhouse, your barn decorations, light posts, riding field, wind turbines. One generates money. They all generate money per hour. One generates money per hour. One is just decorative, doesn't generate you any money. So there's 9 of these on the map currently. So there's 9 of these decorative ones that don't generate any money. There's only one that does generate you, and it's $1,250 an hour. Wow. Modded farmhouse, small hedges. So you've got placeable hedges, placeable fences as well. So you can really decorate this map however you want to decorate it. And all the sheds. And you've got your sleep trigger removal. Your sleep trigger is separate from the house building. So you're free to place all the house buildings you want. But if you want a sleep trigger on the map, Stevie's put in a little placeable one. So that's perfectly fine and happy. Right, I suppose what we ought to do now is get into the old fly mode. Go and have a look at the map. So again, nice big fields. Again, nice mixture, some square, some rectangular, some slightly, you know, customized in their shape. Which does make it a little bit nicer to play. You don't always want square rectangular fields because they are a bit boring. Just driving up and down. I do like it when you have to drive your vehicles on fields like this field here. You've got your little island in the middle which you're going to have to navigate round. I mean, yeah, you can still work up and down in straight lines if you really want to, but I do like irregular field shapes. It's more natural. Nice. Say, nice. Some very big fields for people that want to do some big field farming. And then there's some small fields for people just wanting to start out on the map and work the way up. Another nice field here with sorghum planted on it. Very nice. And obviously you can see why the map is called 4 Lakes with all the bodies of water around the outside of it. So you've got your lumber area over here, your forestry. For those of you that like to do your logging and stuff, so you can come in here and chop down all your trees. Big forestry logging area. Again, areas where you could put placeables if you wanted. I love the fact you have to get in over the bridge. That might be a bit interesting with some of the forestry equipment. I also like how, again, Stevie does place a lot of these sheds at various places on the map. So once you have bought and got access to fields, you can use those sheds to store equipment locally to the field. So you're not having to drive constantly with equipment from the farm. You can leave certain types of equipment at certain places on the map. Very useful if you just use like if you're not playing with like seasons and stuff and having to do a lot of crop rotation and things like that, you might decide to dedicate specific fields to specific crops. So you might decide to have the equipment for those crops located in those sheds very close by. But yes, it's a very nice looking map. I mean, obviously, Freedom Farms could look like this if you were to sit there in-game, using the plough, creating all your own fields, doing all the decorations, putting all the trees, placing all the trees and stuff like that. You could set up Freedom Farms to look exactly like this map. It would just take you a while. Stevie's kind of taken Freedom Farms and then gone, you know what? Let's actually give players fields and stuff to start with. And throw in a few different crop types. Some new crop types and stuff, and they've got a map that's ready to play out the box. It's a big field of sunflowers here as we start heading down towards the single road filled with all its lovely little sell points. So, nice decoration over here. Freedom storage. And you've got your Jeeves Mill with your sell points. A couple of different sell points. So you've got one inside, one outside. Very useful for different types of vehicles. If you've got trailers that tip up, you might be better off unloading outside. If you've, you know, got bottom dump trailers, like your pace setters and distinctions, again, you might be better off unloading outside so you don't get beached. Again, the other wonderful thing Stevie does with your map, he generally gives you these large placeable areas where you're free to put your own buildings. Again, because this map is designed to be used with Global Company and with Stevie's Global Company Placeables pack, which is a separate mod containing all a separate download on his Facebook page, which contains all his Global Company mods, you've got room to place them and put them on the map. We head down here. We've got the dairy, where you obviously sell your milk, soy milk and stuff like that. Sell point round the back, which is very nice. Plenty of room to drive in and drive out. One of the things I've always complimented Stevie on, he makes his sell points very, very friendly for other mods, such as auto drive, course play, things like that. So if you want to set up automated like selling routes so you don't have to keep driving stuff from silos to sell points, you can use those mods and they work very well because they've got plenty of room to drive in, turn around and drive out. So we're down here. We've got obviously what looks like your wood chip sell point and your log sell point down here. We've then got the US mill, which again, very typical of Stevie, as your selling point for most of your stuff that you harvest. And then usually around the back, you've got your sell points for your cotton and things like that. Your cotton bales, egg pallets, things like that, all get sold around the back. And another big placeable area here at the BGA. Obviously a lot of room to put down bunkers, or you could add obviously Stevie's fertilizer factory for producing your fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, herbicide. You could probably have the compost factory here as well for producing your compost. It's entirely up to the player. A lot of room to put stuff down. And again, very simple BGA. Like I say, I love the fact that you can just come in, unload and tip at Stevie's BGAs. Fantastic. Trailers and bales, just bring them in, tip them, done. And generally his BGA has a large capacity, so you're never going to have to sit here waiting for the BGA to process before you can tip in. You'll never be able to fill Stevie's BGA. And the processing rate on Stevie's BGAs is also very, very high, very, very fast. So again, you'll never be sat there waiting with a trailer trying to unload it. Fuel station down here as well at the bottom of the map. Animal dealer, where you buy your animals and also can sell various different items that animals consume. Got their own little yards. Again, another placeable area over here next to the animal dealer. Players to use. You've got your supermarket. Generally, again, another sell point where you generally come and sell things like eggs, milk, potatoes, that kind of stuff. And then got another little decorative building over here. So yeah, very, very, in some ways, very simple layout to the map. All your sell points on one road at the bottom of the map. Nothing then interfering with your farm and fields as you then head into the main of the map. So it's literally just all fields, all farming until you get to your main farm, and then you've got all your main farm set up. Very, very nice. So you've got your horses. You've got your sheep pen, should I say, here. You've got your horses over there. Everything you need is all centrally located. Players are free to go and have lots and lots of fun. You got your chickens over here. Pigs, cows. There's still obviously a lot more room back here as well for placeables. You could probably have all your like your feed mixers back here, fermenting silos, things like that you could put in. I haven't tested this map with precision farming. I've not got precision farming installed on this profile, but I do believe, same as Freedom Farms, it does have a custom soil map that Stevie's done. So it is precision farming ready, and it has its own soil map for those of you that play with precision farming. All in all, very nice map. And like I say, you've got a couple of extra crop types on the map. Like I say, got quite a few sell points. Nice starting fleet of vehicles. So what we'll do now then is we'll just exit out of the game. And we'll just load it up in start from scratch just to see what the map looks like in start from scratch mode. Just to see what the difference is. Start from scratch. 4 Lakes by Stevie. Let's have a look. Well, straight away, the animal pens have gone. The workshop trigger's still here. Yeah, all the buildings have gone, including the silo. Got no we own absolutely nothing. So weirdly, I can't enable camera easy dev commands. Can't go into fly mode. Come down the bottom of the map here. And yeah, all the sell points have gone. Hey. So yeah, if you start from scratch mode, you literally start from scratch. There's nowhere for you to even sell your stuff. There's no sell points. You couldn't sell anything, even if you bought fields. Like I say. That's the shop trigger there. It's the shop trigger. That's why it's there, not the workshop trigger. It's the shop trigger for buying your vehicles. Yeah, because there's no actual shop on the map. So all your vehicles, when you buy vehicles, you buy them at the farm and they spawn at the farm. The reset point is also at the farm. Yeah, we don't own any land. Land prices, 71,000 for the farm and 4 fields. 1.4 million. 4 million. 5 million. So when you buy a plot, so it's still pretty much, you split up the first area, but it's literally like Freedom Farms in the fact you've got your four quadrants of the map. You've got all your placeable area down here, which is 190,000 to buy all the placeable area. The BGA, 125,000 to buy. but obviously no BGA place there currently. So yeah, when you buy a plot of land, you get several fields with it because the map is divided into 4 basically. Sorry, I'm blocking the traffic. But yeah, if you want to start from scratch, you literally are going to start from scratch on this map. There is no no placeable, so that could be very challenging to do a start from scratch series on this map, because it's all right having fields and producing crops, but until you've actually bought some places, some buildings, and can actually sell stuff, you're not going to be able to make any money. So I wonder if in start from scratch the strategy would be maybe when you come into the map for the first time, you buy the land, place a couple of sell points, and then you do some contracting work. You do some contracting and earn money by contracting until you can buy some land of your own and start farming. But yeah, another map by Stevie. Go to his Facebook page right now, linked in the description of the video, to download it and add it to your game. Also on his page you'll find all his other mods. He's put most of his vehicles and stuff now into mod packs. He's got one large mod pack on there which contains nearly 2 gigabytes of mods, which edits of practically every single vehicle and equipment in the game. He's got his global company pack, so all very easy to find, download and install and have fun with. So if you have enjoyed watching today's first look map tour of 4 Lakes by Stevie, please, everybody, remember to click the like button on the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you've subscribed to receive, and make sure your notifications are enabled. That way you will be notified and updated every time I post a new video, which will save you the need to spend hours searching YouTube to find these great videos. I've been C-Waddy. This has been the 4 Lakes map by Stevie. Brand new released map for Farming Simulator 19. I hope you've enjoyed this map tour. For now, from me, it's goodbye.